Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon. How are
Good
you
afternoon.
doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks. Thank you for asking. How are you,
Okay.
ma'am?
I'm also doing pretty well. Thank you for asking me too.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks
Ma'am,
for your cooperation. Accept my request.
okay, it's my pleasure. And thank you for reaching out and wanting to have this conversation. So, ma'am, as we are meeting for the first time, I would like to know about you.
Sure, ma'am. My name is Ritika Kundu. I am from West Bengal and I
Oh,
basically belongs to Kolkata. And I have passed my master's in political science.
okay,
I am a
great.
home as well as I am a home tutor. I teach some
Okay.
students
Mm,
in my state board student, West Bengal board. I
okay.
teach in my native language. Okay.
Bengali? Do you
Yes,
teach
Bengali.
Bengali? Okay.
So, and now, since my childhood, I am passionate about English learning,
English. Okay.
speaking. So, I started in this language journey, and I want to wish a stranger person like you, and you are
Okay.
doing great job. Because your some of your videos
Mhm.
I seen,
You
and
have watched. Okay.
I requested you, and at last you give me a chance, give me your precious time. Thanks once again. That's all about
You're
it.
most welcome. Okay, great to hear from you. And you are my neighbor because I am from Assam and you are from West Bengal, Calcutta. Although I have never been there, have you ever visited Assam?
No, ma'am, not yet. But
Not yet.
I would like to go. Our
Okay.
culture, our language, more or less same. I
Yeah, I
think.
can also speak Bengali. আমি বেঙ্গলি বলতে পারি ভালো করে। তো আমি ৪ টা ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ বলতে পারি। আসামিজ, বেঙ্গলি, হিন্দি অ্যান্ড ইংলিশ।
Okay, okay.
Okay. So which subject do you teach?
I teach generally English, Bengali in school level, and
School level. Okay.
yes, 5 to 10, and 11th, 12th standard. I just teach political
Political
science.
science. Okay, so do you teach in a school as well or do you teach at home?
No, now I teach at my home, but before
Earlier you
COVID,
were doing,
yes,
okay, you were
before
doing job
COVID,
in
I
that time.
was at school. Yes.
Okay. So you told that you had that this dream to become fluent in English since your childhood, right? But
I'm passionate about it, but I'm not
okay.
action taking.
Mm-hmm.
That time I just fond of love, but no action.
No action, and we didn't have any kind of environment as well, right? You didn't
Yes,
have environment. Only one way was there to learn grammar from the book, and I can say there were no institution as well in that
yes,
time. But nowadays, because of this smartphone, everything has become effortless. If someone wants to learn something, then definitely they can learn, right? So you have done masters in political science, right?
yes,
So
yes.
in that time you had to study in English medium only. Did you get the opportunity to talk to your teachers in English, or did they talk to you, not only you, your students in English while giving the classes?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever I went to school, that time
Mhm.
I get some students and my colleagues. That time I also spoke with English, but
Oh, okay.
after COVID, there are
Mhm.
2, 3, almost 4 to 5 years.
Mm.
I left my job and lack of confidence,
Oh,
and
okay, okay.
the consistency is now the consistency is
Not
I
there.
can't-
Okay.
yes, yes.
Mhm.
That's why I just restart.
So when
And
did you start your journey again?
ma'am, it almost 1 year ago, I noticed that type of conversational
Mhm.
video, and after that, I decide, okay, I used to do a YouTube channel like you.
Oh, do you have one YouTube channel as well?
No, not yet.
Okay,
But
okay.
I used to
Not
do.
yet.
I used to open a
Okay.
YouTube channel.
Okay, you have that dream as well. So now as you are teaching your students, so do you talk to them in English? Do you elaborate the subject or in Bengali only?
No, ma'am. As they those are English medium students in
Mm-hmm.
school. মানে 10th standard school
Mm-hmm.
student. Uh, that time I spoke with their English in English, and otherwise 11th 12th standard West Bengal board, those are political science. That time I discuss explain with Bengali.
Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. So apart from speaking, or what are the things you are doing these days to improve your English?
Recently I follow listening to some podcast,
Hmm.
reading some study books,
Okay.
self-help books, self-help
Okay, okay,
book,
great, great.
and
Mm-hmm.
writing some things, some articles.
Mm, okay, so which book are you reading these days?
Recently I read in Law of Attraction.
Law. Okay, law of attraction. So do you believe in law of attraction?
uh, Before 1 month I didn't believe, but
Okay.
now I'm believe.
Okay, so why did you start believing? Is there any reason you can share with us so that we can also learn?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay.
Actually, before 1 month, I feel low feelings
Mm-hmm.
in some circumstance, and that time one friend recommended
Mm-hmm.
the Law of Attraction books. So that time I follow and I read, and I feel
Mm-hmm.
some miracles.
Oh, okay.
Some I feel some miracles that actually I create some miracles after that reading, after the
Okay.
after following the those type of concepts.
Can you
Same.
little bit elaborate what kind of concepts? Yeah.
Yes, yes, why not. Some easy tips,
Mm.
easy and shortcut tips. um,
Okay.
we know everyone that type of activities, but somehow we
Okay.
ignore the
Mm.
thank you, please forgive me, love
Mm-hmm.
you, just
Gratitude. That means gratitude. Small
gratitude,
gratitude for
all
small
gratitude.
things.
That type of
Okay.
gratitude helped me a lot. I
Okay.
feel
Okay.
it practically,
Great.
feel it.
Yeah. I also believe that whichever we have, we should pay the gratitude to God. Otherwise, what happens if we all the time think that I need this, that, or I don't have this thing people or other people they have, then we'll not be satisfied in life. It's
Yes,
okay
yes,
to have the dreams and goals, but still, whatever the things we have, we should think or we should be grateful for that, right? Yeah,
right.
yeah. Okay. And do you believe in luck?
Not yes, luck is a factor, and hard working is the and practice,
Main.
consistency is the main key to
Mm-hmm.
success.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that.
But these days, we don't have much patience. We need instant gratification. Do you agree that? We
First, first of all, we have to need patience, and only patience, practice,
Mm,
that can be. mm, I couldn't
mhm.
explain them properly.
I can understand. Yeah, it's okay. Do you have any? I do have lots of questions I can ask you, and if you have any question, you can ask. Okay, a few experiences you can share from your own life. You can suggest to my viewers if you
Yes,
have realized that these are the experience I have got now. If I had known these things earlier, my life would have been different. Then you can share because you are quite experienced person. You have done job in a school, you have met different people in your life, it happens. Even I also realize these days that if I had known these things earlier, my
Sorry.
life would have been different. So you are more experienced than me. I would like to know from you if you have anything like that.
Of course, ma'am. Before I would share a, point. Before 20 years, I got married, and now and I blazed with a son. He's now 20 plus. Okay, he's
Okay.
pursuing he's pursuing his BTech in computer science. And in the meantime, in 20 years, I didn't get proper time for me time.
Mm-hmm.
I always serve for others, not me. So, and after admission,
Mm-hmm.
after his admission, I get some time. It's it's you can yeah it's called me time, and that
Mm-hmm.
time I restart my further education. And now
Oh, okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
I am pursuing my masters.
Now you're pursuing your master's.
And recently
Okay,
my result
great.
published, and I
Oh
asked
my God.
and
Congratulations.
thank you, ma'am. And I scored first class up marks. After
Oh.
20 years, I restart my journey, my further education. And
Mm-hmm.
also, apart from that, I also start my English learning,
Journey.
communication skills. So, I nervous a little bit, but at the same time,
No need to feel nervous
uh,
mostly in front of me. You
actually,
can think me as your daughter also, you can think, I can say,
before
whichever
20
you.
years, before 20 years, I had
Mm,
some dreams like I would become a professor, a lecturer, at least one teacher, good teacher. But
mm,
that time, whenever I entered the family,
mm-hmm.
I can't explain
Okay,
what I faced that time.
okay,
So many
okay. You
problems,
become emotional. Mm-hmm.
and now everything is overcome.
It's okay.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Now I restart. I just I
Hats off
just
to you. Hats off to you that there are most of the people they like skip and they quit their dream, their passion. So there is no end to start something new in life. If we
that's
have any dream, then definitely we
that's
should pursue that.
first of all we have to do my willpower, our willpower.
Willpower.
Then
Yes.
practice. Then everything is comes gradually.
Yes. Yeah. And when we stop learning new things, life becomes monotonous. Life becomes boring, right? But when we learn something new and
Yes,
we see that improvements, we evolve with time, then that satisfaction comes from within. That
yes,
satisfaction can't give you from the materialistic thing. I don't know about other people, but if I buy something expensive, but if I learned something from my insight, and
yes,
mostly I feel that now I have improved, I'm able to do these things, I can do it. That satisfaction I can't get from that materialistic things.
yes, ma'am. You are absolutely right. And new things. Whenever we learn. That time I feel we feel happy. This type of happiness we couldn't explain.
Yes, yes, yes. Even I didn't know how to use this laptop, but these days I'm using, and day by day I am getting it easy. So we didn't have these technical things. Now my children they are getting the opportunity to learn computer since their class 1. But I didn't know how to use and I didn't have interest as well. But now it is my necessity. I'm connecting to different people. If I start conversing with people through mobile phone, at times I get call and it disturbs. So that's why I thought that no, we have the laptop, so why shouldn't I try to learn it? So I took the help from my son, and these days I'm using laptop. So I feel happy that yes, this is the also one another thing I have learned. So and I learned cycling when no girl rode cycle in my village because I was born and raised in a village. So I learned cycling in that time. Then I learned driving as well. I know how to swim. So these are the best simple thing, but it gives me happiness.
Happiness, yes.
And then I had the dream to become fluent in English. I couldn't even imagine that this day will come that I will talk to different people from different states. I have spoken to even native speakers. So there is nothing is like impossible. We can learn anything if we have the hunger,
Yes,
determination, perseverance. It takes some time. We must have the patience as well to
yes,
become better,
that's
and
true.
consistency. Okay,
I
ma'am. If you want to ask anything to me, you can ask. Feel free to ask.
okay, ma'am. How long have you been using this YouTube journey and English journey?
Okay, when it comes to my English journey, it's been 2.5 years. I started since 2022. I began my journey of learning English. And when it comes to YouTube, it's been 3 months I have
Okay.
completed.
The another question: who motivated you? You yourself motivated
Yes,
you?
yes,
Okay.
yes. No one told me to learn this language. I myself had the dream and hunger. And one thing I just told myself, see, don't give the excuses, try to find out the solutions. Nowadays, we have lots of platforms, and as I can say that earphone helps me a lot. Being a homemaker, mother to two kids, it's not easy to sit and do something. So
Yes.
I started using my earphone, doing the dishes, cooking. Slowly and gradually nowadays I do have one maid as well because these days I'm giving classes, I teach my own children, but I cook, and there are other things I need to look after. So that's why I have one maid. She is helping me. That's why it has become easy. But initially I started doing like this way, using my earphone.
Now, whenever I use the earplug, that time I feel a headache. That's
You
why
shouldn't use for long period of time. If you use 1 hour, then again skip for 2 to 3 hours. Don't use for long period of time. Even it happened to me as well. So these days I don't also
that's
prefer
why I
much.
avoid. In this session time, I also avoid earplug.
Okay, okay. If you find any difficulty, then you shouldn't use it. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any?
I also listen, but with speaker. I
y-
also whenever I do household chores, that
mm,
time I follow one conversational video,
mm.
but with
You use
loud.
it loudspeaker mode and you listen to it. Yes, yes.
Only 10 minutes. After 20 minutes, I feel my ear problem
Oh,
and
okay.
also
Then you
headache.
shouldn't use. Okay, okay. Then you should avoid it then. But still, as you are using, so we need to find out solutions. I told you
Yes.
that we all are different. We can't compare with
Anyone
anyone ourselves.
and
So we need to find out. Yes,
no one helped others because
yes, yes.
I think I only help myself.
Yes, yes, yourself. So you need to know what works for you. If earphone doesn't work for you, if you find it difficulty, then you are using in a loudspeaker mode, it's fine, completely fine. Yeah. Okay, then, ma'am, if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we can call
No,
it a
ma'am.
day.
Um, just I am curious, yes, about your hijab. It's a
Mm.
mandatory in your community.
Yes, it is actually mandatory, but some people follow it, some people don't follow. It depends on their perspective, their opinion, but actually
In
it is.
summer,
Yeah.
in summer season, I see some of my students
Hmm.
also one layer, then second layer. So I think it's you have so patience. You people are have so many so patience and tolerant because we felt difficult. How
Yeah. It is
is it?
not actually easy, but it depends on the faith. We have the fear of God, right? So we believe in hereafter. So what is the rules and regulation has mentioned by God, we need to follow. We can't question about these things. So when it
Yes,
comes to doing this parda, it is there that we should cover our head and our body. It should not show, but face and hands we can show, and feet.
I got.
But
Ma'am, have you visited Kolkata?
no, I have never visited, but I have that dream. I want to visit. Victoria Memorial is there, right?
One of the historical place.
Yes, yes, yeah, exactly. And it is not that much far from our place. We should
Yes.
visit.
But before 10 years, it's almost not 10, before 15 years, I also, I lived in Siliguri.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because my husband uh, mm, job,
He okay, he was doing job there. Okay, Shiliguri.
that time I lived near 5 years, Siliguri.
Okay. Mm. You can also visit to Assam. You can visit to Kamakya temple is there. It is famous in Guwahati. And
Then there
then
are so many times my husband went her job purpose,
mm,
office work purpose,
mm,
Assam,
mm,
Guwahati, and
Guwahati
the Kamakya temple.
temple is
But
there. Hmm.
I get, I didn't get any chance to
Okay,
go.
so now when you get time,
To
then
go.
definitely you should come. And in Assam, Kaziranga National Park is famous for one horn rhino. There are so many tea estates. I think you know that Assam is famous for tea. So you
Yes,
can, yeah. Okay, then, ma'am, it was
thank you.
really nice talking to you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you
Thank you.
giving precious time.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much. Okay.